Now, before we get started on the first conversation, which has to do with life insurance, let's get you the latest on Axis Mutual Fund. Now, Axis Mutual Fund has issued a statement on the alleged front running by two of its currently suspended fund managers. And for the benefit of our viewers, front running essentially means when an individual purchases a stock for their personal portfolio based on advance non-public information. So when the mutual fund buys those shares and stock prices increase, the holders or the buyers of that stock tend to make quite a lot of money. On Friday, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company, Chandresh Nigam, issued a clarification on this. And Ankur Mishra has more details in this report.
Yes, Axis AMC is trying to reach out to investors so that the redemption pressure is not there on the fund after the negative news flow, after the suspension of two of its employees, which was stated in a statement which was released on Friday itself by the Axis Mutual Fund, in which they have admitted, yes, there is a probe which is going on by the mutual fund itself from past 2 months, and two of the employees are suspended pending investigation. Now, Axis AMC MD and CEO Chandresh Nigam has written a letter to investors in which he has stated that we have a zero tolerance policy towards any instance of non-compliance. Apart from that, he has said that as our investigation progresses based on the findings, we will take further action as it is necessary. Apart from that, to repose the confidence and building on the trust, he has also stated we will continue to take necessary action to retain and build trust which you have posed in the Axis Mutual Fund. Now, the important questions here are that the disclosure was not made by the mutual fund in past 2 months when it has already admitted that an investigation was going on and the fund managers continued in their role. So now we need to wait and see what action actually regulator takes after the investigation is complete.
All right, PV Subramanyam, who is the Chief Executive Officer of www.subramani.com, is joining me. PV, thank you so much for taking the time. Let's first talk about this Axis issue, because I think a lot of investors, and this is a very large AMC, a lot of investors are wondering what their reaction to this should be. So first, I'd like you to address this. People coming to you for advice, what are you telling them?
Alex, I'm now past the age. People are not coming to me for advice. They're coming to my blog for advice. So first, let me correct. These are not fund managers. These are dealers. I think as a chief dealer, the dealers are likely to do less damage than a fund manager can. So yes, there is some damage. But knowing Chandresh Nigam and the promoter of the fund, which is Mr. Amitabh Chaudhary of Axis Bank, I think between them, they have enough management depth to handle one employee. Not a whole system failure or something like that. They will handle. Yes, the damage is very difficult to quantify. Do not know how much of front running what they have done. Also, when an investigation starts in February, it does not mean that the investigation is over in February. So it will take them some time, but I think they will overcome this. And I don't think there is going to be, I don't know whether there is a run as of today, but I don't think there will be too much of a run. And if you see the schemes, they're sitting on a lot of cash, 11% in one and 18% in another. So I don't think you need to panic. Yes, if you are pessimistic about the whole mid and small cap segment or something like that, then you might anyway sit. That's a different thing. But I think specifically, you don't have to worry. These are not fund managers. These are dealers. Yes, chief dealer to a dealer, not a fund manager. So yes, not good, but I think they have management depth to handle it. Don't withdraw your money because you think there is a problem. You can chill out. I think maybe you wait for some time and see what is happening, and don't have to worry too much.
One more question on this. Does this require intervention from the regulator in terms of making more watertight regulations? Do you think that needs to be the approach?
No, I think it is impossible to regulate greed. Also, I think what must have happened when you're working from home, people have more access, and people are not that disciplined. From what you wear to how you sit and where you sit, and everything changes when you're working from home. right? So some of those laxities would have happened because people were operating from home, having access to 2, 3 phones. Now, if you're in a dealing room, you don't have access to your own phone. You have to deal through the dealer phone, and you will get mails only on your official mail ID. You will have access only to that. So, sense of discipline is installed or instilled in you. You can't keep on going to the loo. People will suspect what's happening, assuming you have a second. So it's very difficult to do hanky-panky things once you're in the office atmosphere. Once you're at home, you're in your bedroom, you have access to more phones, more television terminals, Bloomberg terminals, what have you. And I think it is a little lax. I don't think the regulator can do much. It is for each company to bring in more discipline and make sure that every month you talk to them, tell them why these things are wrong, how it should not be done. It's very difficult to regulate greed. A greedy guy will go behind your back and keep doing something. Every few years, something like this keeps happening all over the world. It is not something new to India. It will happen. You have to control yourself. That's all.